What's up, man? It's the Bronco at the Frog coming at you with another reaction video, man. That AFCON went stupid. Yesterday, I watched like the first 40 minutes of it, and then I tuned in right when all the controversy started popping off. Right as that pin got allotted and boys walked off the pitch and boys got to squabbling and fighting with the security, and then Sadio was like, man, y'all come on, man, bring y'all ass back on this field. When the Moroccan towel boys were trying to steal the towels from the players, I seen Brahim Diaz try to do a Panenka. That man tried to do a Panenka and ended up getting packed up, bro. I still can't believe Brahim. My God, you are not him. Senegal ended up getting that dub. Great controversy. Morocco out here filing complaints to the federation. Senegal manager ended up getting suspended. It's just so much that just happened. A lot of people is salty. My reaction to the match is on Patreon. You already know, link down in the description. There's some discourse going around right now. Some people said that Brahim Diaz missed on purpose. I don't really agree with that, but it's a lot of discourse going around about the whole event. Was there an attempt to rig the 2025 AFCON by Gold 90 Extra and Gold 90? Go subscribe to Gold 90 Extra and Gold 90. You already know Gold 90 always make banger videos. They talk about rigged because of the fact that they took one of Senegal's goals away, and then they ended up giving Morocco a penalty. Now, me personally, I genuinely think that I saw some arm extension. Then for the pin, I feel like that was a clear penalty. But, you know, Senegal felt like they was getting shafted, so they refused to play, and they iced Brahim Diaz for about 15 minutes. But it still ended up working out. Senegal got the dub. Hey, let's see what goes down.
The 2025 Africa Cup of Nations has come to an end, with Senegal winning the trophy for the second time in their history.
I was going for Senegal, too.
And for the second time in the last 3 years. It was decided by a 94th minute strike from Pape.
Bro, I'm talking about boom, boom, boom. I'm talking about this nigga. I'm talking about boom, golazo, Puskas nominee. If that don't win Puskas.
And Sadio Mane was named player of the tournament, while Brahim Diaz went home with the golden boot. But while all that was a memorable moment for the players and fans,
Brahim Diaz golden boot and ended up missing it. Look at him. Oh, poor baby. Oh.
While all that was a memorable moment for the players and fans, something bigger stole the headlines in the final and throughout the tournament. And that has led to some big questions being asked, one of which will be attempting to answer in this video.
What the hell?
Was there an attempt to rig the 2025 AFCON? We're not going to be throwing any accusations in
now,
this video.
if there is, I'll be quiet. If I speak, I may be fine.
What we'll be doing is presenting the facts. So, first of all, Morocco wasn't even supposed to host the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in the first place. It was supposed to be Guinea. But for you to properly understand this story, we have to go all the way back to the 2019 edition. So, Cameroon was supposed to host the 2019 AFCON, but the rights were stripped of them because they weren't prepared, and it was handed to Egypt. Because of that, Cameroon was awarded the right to host the 2021 edition.
They gave him another chance. I ain't gonna hold you. If I give you a chance and you ain't ready the first time, we on to the next, on to the next, y'all, on to the next, on to the next. You know what I'm saying?
Expected that they would be better prepared. This meant that Côte d'Ivoire, who was supposed to host
Senegal, Cameroon, y'all still wasn't ready?
Prepared. This meant that Côte d'Ivoire, who were supposed to host the 2021 edition, were pushed to 2023. So Guinea, who were supposed to host the 2023 edition, were automatically given the rights to host the 2025 tournament. But in September 2022, Guinea was suddenly stripped of the rights to host, and it was handed to Morocco the following year.
Why were they stripped?
Interestingly, this time around, Guinea weren't even pushed to the next edition. They were just displaced altogether. This raised some eyebrows.
That's what I'm saying. Why the hell Guinea get through a side? Hey, that money talks. Money is power.
But even more eyebrows were raised when full context was provided. If you add the women's AFCON, it means that Morocco has now been given the rights to host 4 out of 5 consecutive major African football tournaments. They hosted the 2022 and 2024 women's AFCON and are scheduled to host the 2026 edition as well. This has got people asking why Morocco has been getting all the hosting rights.
Right.
Surely there are other countries on the continent.
Is it because they have better infrastructure than everybody else? Why Onana ain't get caught up. Is it because they have they probably because of the infrastructure or something.
And ready to play hosts. And the thing is, Morocco has been enjoying some real home advantage from these hosting duties. You see, the Moroccan team had never got to the final of the women's AFCON until they first hosted it in 2022. They have now reached back-to-back finals, both on home soil.
So now they're trying to do that with the men.
It's not just the tournaments, you know. It's also the awards. 2019 was the last time the CAF Awards tournaments, It's
Morocco. I thought y'all, I thought y'all were with a little bit more type shit. Yeah. I thought y'all had them hard knockers. I thought y'all had them. Feel me?
Also the awards. 2019 was the last time the CAF Awards were held outside Morocco, and some decisions at the awards have been pretty questionable. For example, the Women's Coach of the Year award in 2025 went to Morocco's coach when it was Nigeria who actually won a record-extending 10th Women's AFCON that year. This has pushed leading voices in the women's game like Assisat Oshoala to voice out about what feels like a Moroccan monopoly of the African game. But enough of everything that happened outside to answer the question if the 2025 AFCON was rigged. We have to focus on the 2025 tournament itself. But just before we do, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel,
hey, y'all, go subscribe
right away so you never miss out on our amazing content. Now, back to the 2025 AFCON. As football fans, we're used to host nations getting some home advantage, so that will never be a shock. The fans alone often feel like an extra man backing the host. But
hey, they got the squad. Don't let the dancing fool you. They can box. They was boxing hard as hell with the security.
Extra man backing the host. But sometimes at the 2025 Cup of Nations, it felt like Morocco had more than the fans behind them. Sometimes it felt like the referees might have been on Morocco's side, and people really began to take note of this in the knockout stages. In the round of 16,
I heard Tanzania and you already know one of my exes from Tanzania, so I got favorable ties with them boys. So if you rig Tanzania, then hey Morocco, you already know I barely rock with y'all now.
The shout that was ignored by the ref
before the AFCON.
In the quarter-final game against Kenya had a penalty shout that was ignored by the ref. In the quarter-final game against Cameroon, things went up a notch. The referee ignored two pretty big penalty calls for the Cameroonians,
not even them booty?
Was not even called to the pitch side monitor by VAR. This is not including the many 50-50 calls that always seem to go the way of Morocco. In the semi-final, Nigeria had similar complaints. All the 50-50 calls went the way of Morocco, breaking their momentum each time and stopping them from even stringing passes together. There were even instances where the referee awarded throw-ins to Morocco when the ball hadn't even gone out of play. And this one was interesting because Nigerian fans had raised the alarm even before the game. First of all, there was massive outcry when it was announced that a Ghanaian ref was going to officiate the game.
Well, Ghana got beef?
West African Giants felt that it just wasn't appropriate considering the rivalry between both nations.
They got beef.
The Nigerian coach
of course. I knew Nigeria and Ghana had beef. I don't know why when they said Ghana, it made my mind go to Guinea because of previously. Here go the voodoo dude. He say, boys do it voodoo.
The long travels between cities he and his team were subjected to throughout the tournament, while Morocco enjoyed the privilege of playing all their games in Rabat. But it wasn't just about games that featured Morocco. For example, Algerians will also tell you that they were robbed in the quarter-final game against Nigeria.
We don't rock in Nigeria because old dude had mocked the standing dude. Nah, we don't do that. We rock with Congo over here. Democratic Republic, we rock with them. Nope, we don't rock with Nigeria.
And they strongly believe that they didn't get certain calls because of their rivalry with Morocco. All of these happenings in the knockout games made everyone a little more attentive ahead of the final, and Senegal made sure to voice out about things they felt were unjust leading up to the big day. And not only did they voice out, they made official reports to CAF about certain issues. First of all, the space they were allotted to train was apparently just opposite where the Moroccans were, which meant that Senegal's sessions could easily have been monitored and recorded. They also complained that they weren't allotted enough tickets for the final. According to reports, the Senegalese were allocated less than 3,000 tickets.
Hey, and them 3,000, that 3,000 was still squabbling. They would have squabbled the whole stadium if they had to, if they lost.
Stadium. And if you watched the game, you would see that truly, the West African nation was hardly represented in the stadium.
That's facts.
But that wasn't all. Senegal also raised concerns about security to Africa's football governing body. They said that the players and the staff were exposed to hostile Moroccan fans in the country's capital, which created an inconducive environment that was not the best for team.
Really? That's them like walking to their hotel?
Created an conducive environment
well, that's,
that was not the best for team focus. Then came the game, and once again there were questionable refereeing decisions, but we'll leave the little ones and focus on the massive ones, the talking points of the final. In the 92nd minute of the game, Senegal scored what they thought was the winner, but the goal was disallowed by the referee for a slight push. And what made this one hurt was that the referee was too eager to blow his whistle that VAR could therefore not intervene.
That is soft.
To blow his whistle that VAR could therefore not
intervene. That is soft. He ain't sure
to blow his whistle that VAR.
He just put his hands into him and then he fell easy.
The whistle went before the ball went in. In the modern
he blew his whistle. He blew his whistle before that even happened. So the VAR can't look at it. VAR. Wow.
In the modern game, referees have been instructed to let the attacking action play out before sounding the whistle. So that was very strange to see. The Senegalese felt hard done by, but they picked themselves up and moved on with the game. But just about 6 minutes later, VAR then intervened in a slight pull in the Senegal box, calling the referee to the monitor to have a look.
Now that one was a
referee
pin.
Then went on to award a penalty to the Moroccans in the 98th minute, and the Senegal team and fans lost it. Just a few minutes ago, the referee was quick to disallow their goal, but now he is patient enough to consult with VAR in order to award a penalty against them. It felt like injustice, so the Senegal coach ordered his players to walk off the pitch in protest.
Walk off this hole.
After minutes of mediation and intercession, they came back out, and the game went on. As you know, Brahim Diaz went on to miss the penalty.
He tried to do a Panenka. Nigga tried to Panenka. That's so disrespectful because you can tell in his mind he wanted to be disrespectful. He was like, these niggas doing all of this complaining and crying and going to the back. I'm going to show them. I'm finna Panenka his ass and then talk shit afterwards. He gambled all his aura on that. If he would have hit this Panenka, he would have had all the aura in the world. But on the flip side, if you miss, you look like a damn dickhead. And now that's what he looks like.
To miss the penalty, and Senegal scored the winner in extra time
Boom,
and took the trophy.
So.
But what happened in the additional time of the second half grabbed the headlines. For things to get so bad that Senegal were ready to damn the consequences and walk out on a major final, you should know that there was a real feeling of indignation and frustration. They were surely going to be slapped with a lengthy ban and very severe punishments had they not come back out. But at that very moment, they just didn't care because they felt they had been treated unfairly. Regardless of the results, that really tainted the tournament. It drew a lot of attention to what happened in that game and what had happened in the entire tournament. And what we find a little curious is that all the African countries appear to be siding with Morocco's opponents. From the game against Cameroon to the game against
Morocco. Don't nobody like Morocco.
Senegal.
Hey, Bronx was first. Bronx was first with the Morocco because of the way they came at me in 2022 just because I just predicted them to lose the game. Don't get mad at me because I thought y'all was going to lose. Now I hope y'all lose now.
So, truly, was the tournament rigged to try and get Morocco a first AFCON title in 50 years? Or were most of these things just normal occurrences that happen in football games? Is African football being held to ransom by the North African country like some suggest? Or is that just a massive overreaction and conspiracy theory? We struggle to find conclusive answers to these questions, so we want to hear from you.
I want to hear from y'all.
Please get in the comments and talk to us.
Let me know down below what y'all think.
As always, if you enjoyed this video,
is it rigged or not? Hey, go subscribe to Go90 and Go90 Extra for making this video, man. Hell of a video. Was there an attempt to rig the AFCON 2025 with the facts that has been presented in front of me and considering the location? What I was gonna say earlier that I was afraid to say that I'm gonna say anyway because I don't give a goddamn. This big Bronx, that's Texas. Hell you mean? If you gonna rig some shit, Africa is the perfect place to do it. The home of corruption, goddammit. So, was this tournament rigged for Morocco? Was they attempting to rig this whole for them to win their first AFCON in however long? Hell yeah, it was. God damn it. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. How about